Well, other questions? Right in the back.
Coach, watching tape yesterday and today of them, they run a really good pick and roll with Erica and KP, obviously, and they're trying to get more people involved. How do you defense that type of pick and roll when they're running?
Yeah, well, it starts with the two at the point of attack, but it's definitely all five on the floor being connected in whatever it is that coverage is. So that's a dynamic duo right there with Plum and Hamby. And so, if you commit to getting Plum on her heels and out of the paint, then you give De'Erica space to operate. So it truly is all five on the same page. And then it's a matter of mixing it up and keeping them guessing.
I know we've talked about Enrique's struggles or slump quite a bit, and I don't want to keep talking about it, but I do want to ask, what steps have been taken to kind of help her break out of that slump?
Yeah, just continuing to watch film together and talk and continue to urge some patience. It's our third game in a row now without our two primary ball handlers, which can make an offense go crazy. So I appreciate our resiliency and willingness to stick to it and trust that it's going to take time, but everyone's head is in the right place and committed to establishing our identity, which is still very much fluid right now, but slowly taking shape.
Is there anything that stands out? Like, maybe is it shot selection? Is there defensive pressure?
Yeah, I think last game, she's going to see everything, right? Like Seattle started aggressive with her, so they're going to say, Enrique, you're not shooting the ball. And I thought we went through and watched. She did a tremendous job of making so many simple decisions that created really high quality looks for us. We just didn't shoot the ball well, right? We were horrendous from the paint, and we were 5 for 20 from three on mostly high quality looks. And a lot of that stemmed from Enrique initially at the point of attack and her willingness to get off of it when they sent two bodies at her. Now we just got to be better when we get it out and we're playing 4-on-3, 3-on-2 behind that. And then it's continuing to find her shots and different solutions even through, those coverages. And some of that is on her a little bit too, when we're playing without a point guard, to want to go get the ball and bring it up, because at times it's just easier when you're the primary than having to be off the ball and now having to work to get the ball in your hand. So that's a balance as well. So just talking through it all. And again, when you don't have a Page or a Ty out there, it's all hands on deck and it can get a little clunky and there's just a lack of control at times. So we're working to try to get it all together.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned that obviously now without Ty, without Paige for a third consecutive game. Where have you seen improvement in how you're initiating the offense, and where do you hope to see improvement tonight?
Yeah, I think Dejanay's been just a lifesaver really in her ability to get the ball up the floor and get us into some shapes and some sets. I think we're going to face a whole different level of ball pressure tonight from, and if they start all their three guards with Plum and Julie, we'll see how they end up starting, but so Enrique's going to need to bring it up some, depending on what the matchup is. And then it's Maisha. Like, that's the growth area, I think. You saw her have some good moments bringing the ball up the floor and seeing some sprays for corner threes, but then some other moments where she's just a little tentative and hesitant, and we're not all on the same page. So I think we can be better if Maisha needs to bring it up and initiate some offense, just giving her a little more structure.
You've talked about, chemistry is so important to especially really on both ends of the floor for this team. How much does it hurt you guys to have that setback of having those two key rotation players miss, and how, as they start to get healthy, hopefully soon, will you be able to work them back in?
Yeah, it is what it is, right? That's adversity, and you got to play with the players that are out there and try to figure out the best way. I'm really encouraged, even though we lost that last game, I did think the ball moved more than it really had. You saw the ball moving and a willingness to share the ball. Still some spots where, we maybe went into 2 and 3 defenders where we'll continue to see some kicks and some sprays, but I'm feeling a shift in our togetherness and our unselfishness and our, just seeing that it's going to take all of us, and making simple plays and the right plays over and over again will lead to better success than what we're experiencing right now.
You said that you kind of started to see the identity come together. Just what areas have you seen that identity kind of nailed down?
Yeah, well, again, I think it's you kind of hit pause when you lose your two primary ball handlers, but I like how our defense is progressing. It's not quite yet showing in the stats, but it's showing on the film in us getting to better positions on the floor. more consistently. And the more we can do that, the stuff that's within our control, with our defensive positioning, our execution, our technique at the point of attack and off the ball, the more, the stats will take care of themselves with the disruption, with the causing turnovers, with the defensive rebounding. So just, again, really focusing in on dominating those small areas and not trying to focus on the outcomes.
Go to Ari on the Zoom.
Hi, Coach. With only 3 players on your roster returning from last season, you had to work with a lot of moving pieces. How do you feel about how Enrique, Maddie, and Sierra are connecting with each other along with the newer players?
Yeah, I think they've been great as our 3 returners, and their familiarity with Dallas and the organization. They've been fantastic, just as a bridge for all of our new players and our new staff, in terms of making everyone feel welcome to the Dallas way. And then also just appreciated their open-mindedness and their willingness to want to adjust and to make some changes. And so just, again, encouraged mostly.
Thank
Go
you.
to DJ on the Zoom.
Thank you, Pam. Jamari Moreau, World Sports Media. Coach Koclanes, I wanted to know, what do you feel like is the biggest area of improvement you want to see from this game to end the streak?
I want us to really have a commitment to getting back and getting our defense set. I thought our quarter court defense against Seattle was pretty good. It was those swings, and some of that stems from the offensive end, whether it's poor decisions or just inefficiencies leading to easy offense the other way. But I still think we can get back better and get our defense set, and that's just a commitment to dominating the first 3 steps and a want and a desire to get back, because I really do. Like, when we got them and we got them late into the shot clock and we had a plan and you could see it, we were able to do some things to make some people uncomfortable.
I don't expect you to give away any future roster moves, but T and Louisa are going to be heading out pretty soon. What adjustments in practice are you guys making for those departures?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen us just kind of tinker with all sorts of different lineups, right? With, Maddie playing the 4 now. Been playing a lot of 3 here in the last couple of games with Paige and Ty out, but just exploring all different combinations, playing a little smaller. And then we'll see if we qualify for a hardship. We might go under 9 at some point if those 2 are leaving, so might be adding someone to the roster here, but we'll see.
Coach, thank you.
Yep.